This is Roadstar's brand new, top-of-the-line Sirius Caravan, and it's all built from composite fiberglass sandwich panels, including the floor, which is a 45mm thick one-piece panel. It all sits on Roadstar's very own Australian high-tech engineering chassis. So many features, so much attention to detail that, if you'll pardon the expression, I'd have to say the Sirius is built for serious caravanners. So for us at Go RV, to come to such a great campsite with such a good van, I mean, what more could you want? The floor of the van is bonded permanently to the chassis using high tensile anchor points and a special adhesive. The walls sort of interlock with the floor using a special aluminium extrusion and, again, a really strong adhesive. And as for that roof, well, that's a one-piece unit that goes from the front of the chassis right to the back with no joins. Now, the entire van becomes locked together with this aluminium extrusion and special adhesive, and that's sort of the secret of this van. That's where the strength comes from. Look, it gets more complicated than this, but basically the shape and the style of this van can't be replicated anywhere else, and that's because Roadstar has developed special molds and tooling to get the shape that you see here, especially that sporty look at the back of the van. The Sirius is built for real off-road caravanning. And there's the right amount of steel underneath this van with all the wiring, all the plumbing protected and up out of harm's way. An off-road caravan needs off-road suspension, and here you've got the Cruisemaster XT system, but you can even fit airbag suspension if you prefer. As standard, you've got a DO35 coupling, couple of gas cylinders, and as for water, well, 3 95-litre water tanks, even a grey water tank, and an external shower too. Up the back, you've got that reversing camera, and I really like those high-mounted LED spotlights. But for you sporting fanatics, if you're in the bush, there's no reason to miss the game because this van has a SatKing satellite dish. Now, let's talk storage. Not only do you have the full gull wing setup up the front, I really like this storage area here. It's full height, so you can get your cam tables, your cam chairs, even a fishing rod if you wanted to. Little entertainment hatch here. Bring the TV from inside the van, put it on the bracket, HDMI cable for the satellite dish, got a 12-volt point, even a 240-volt point, plus an antenna jack. Really, all bases covered. Every off-road caravan needs a stainless steel slide-out kitchen. This one comes with a Weber BBQ as standard and hot and cold water to the sink. The taps are just under there, gas bayonet for the barbecue, and sensibly, this kitchen is out from under the awning. What about that? Waco CFX as standard. 12-volt supply here, so you got constant power to the fridge. I really like this storage box. It's a gull wing unit specifically designed for this van. A couple of 9-kilo gas cylinders here, and around here, a slide-out tray for a generator. The first thing that I notice when I step inside the Sirius is these bench tops. This is a material known as Hi-Max, and what it is, 2 sheets of 12.5mm polymer that's actually glued together using a special adhesive. And to get the nice finish, they have to buff it and polish it and buff it and polish it. But the result is something that you'd see more in a display home than an actual caravan. And I really like the way this stainless steel sink is actually recessed into the bench top. You just don't see that in a caravan. How many times have you seen a height adjustable headrest in a caravan? I'm betting not often. Inside, the Sirius is a really refined and well put together caravan. There's so much storage on offer inside this van. Soft closing drawers for the cupboards and the pantry. You've got the hidden catches for the overhead lockers, the leather lounge suite too. Really, there's nothing in here that you would turn your nose up at. The guys at Roadstar have really thought about the problems involved in a caravan layout and come up with really neat, nifty solutions. All the 12-volt wiring in the Sirius too it's all hidden behind the cabinetry, so if ever you need to access it, you can. You wouldn't know it, but there's actually wiring running behind this piece of ply, and look here, this is the other end of the HDMI cable for your telly. I'm told that for a composite van, it's actually kind of difficult to run so much wiring for 240-volt and 12-volt points. And if that's the case, Roadstar's done really well because just about everywhere you look, you've got an outlet for your 12-volt or your 240-volt appliances. Now, to keep the splashback uncluttered, Roadstar's actually mounted all these 240 volt power points up underneath the cabinetry, and there's quite a few of them too. You're not going to be short of a spot to plug in your toaster. Let's have a look in here. What have we got? That's the control box for the SatKing satellite dish. Nice and neat, well mounted, no worries. Now this is a lithium battery. This is what's going to keep you going out in the bush for longer. It can power the compressor fridge, any other 240 volt and 12 volt appliances that you might have, and of course it's charged up by your 300 watt solar panels on the roof. Controller for your Swift hot water, you got a battery monitor, water level indicators. What's in here? Fusion stereo, all good gear. I did notice how deep these wardrobes are. They're really large, nice and generous, and you can't go past the storage nook either, and a couple of power points either side, good for charging your phone or your laptop at night time. The word Sirius means the brightest star in the galaxy, and in the case of this van, that's actually quite appropriate. It is, after all, Roadstar's top of the range van. It's stylish, it's classy, it's tough, and you know, it's going to get you there and back in absolute comfort. Well, I'm going to go and check out some of this amazing scenery. It's just gorgeous.